So we just had one trippy as shit day. The entire city changed. The next morning, we go for a walk in Akiba. What I discover is that although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronics stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear their loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Yesterday I heard from Mayuri how we met Ferris on this world line. I was wondering, since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small Rhinet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomach ache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Ferris. She wiped the floor with us. We got crushed, needless to say, but Mayuri says Ferris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close relationship we had on the last world line. Fascinating. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. I've got mail. What? 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 Is this a prank? Spam? Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? What's going on here? I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passers-by look at me strangely. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out over my body. If so, then this mail's a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. We fucked up. What do we do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank. It has to be. Ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon. But Mayuri, Kurisu, and Luka are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice. Hmm? Oh. The two cute high school girls wave to me in greeting. Wait! By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. Oh. Darn. In any case, the sight warms my heart, or would, if not for a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading. I was hoping for a minute that somehow in Ferris's phone wave change we managed to make Luka's wish come true too. Oh? Mayuri and Lukako are sitting next to each other on the sofa, reading a book together. Looks like a cosplay photo album. It's nice to splurge now and then. Blood Tune. That's not a reference I get. Manga, 26 episodes, Sarah Orgel. blood tune. Yeah, I don't really... I'm not getting that one. I see. She's showing it to Luka as a part of his re-education. That sounds horrible. Think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. As long as he's getting genuinely interested in this, then... Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he was always interested in cosplay. Just too shy to cosplay himself. Oh. Oh, looks like Kurisu's not interested in the photo album. Come on, Kurisu. She just gives a cold Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Damn it, this is no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're going to make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. Or so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it. Figure. Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru with that remark. Kurisu starts choking on her coffee. Clearly she was paying attention after all. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. I almost spat out my Dr. P. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion. Okay, So apologies for the delay here. I had a really long and do you ever get into a phone conversation that you really don't want to be in, but you can't get out of, and you just not getting the hint that you don't want to be in the conversation? You're not actively trying to be in the conversation, but the conversation just won't end, and you'd be really best off just saying, finding a way to extricate yourself in the conversation, but you can't even bring yourself to do that. Yeah, that was the last half hour of my life. Fuck America. Come to the beach. Well, 2010 America was in an improving state. Not quite as hadn't quite fallen off the cliff that was 2016 yet. Kurisu snaps her book shut and glares at me. Obama was just starting to get us back on the rise. And then a bunch of idiots decided we weren't actually on a rise. That was fake news, so now we're back on the downswing. Maybe we did actually. Maybe we did. Maybe Luka's wish did come true. My declaration of the truth freezes the air instantly. Huh? Something off about their reaction. Oh shit, her wish did come true. Ah! I'm sorry, Luka. Even Mayuri condemns me. Lukako, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs her head so I can't see her face. Is she crying? Normally she'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed she'd be to wear a swimsuit, but she wouldn't start crying. You didn't get the hint. You are... Kurisu advances on me with a stern glare. She's serious. What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing? Lukako gets up from the sofa. Her head is still hanging, and her voice is barely audible. Oh, come on. Okabe, you idiot. Stop and pay fucking attention a second! You fucking idiot! Mayuri nods in agreement. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank? Does it look like a fucking prank? Lukako tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab her hand to stop her from leaving. Ah! Ah! No! 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 Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? I refuse to read that. I refuse to read that, you fucking piece... What the fuck? I refuse to read that. I refuse to read that. You deserve to get punched in the fucking face, you fucking... What the fuck? What would fucking what would even fucking... provoke you to do such a fucking... You... What the fuck? Stop... Ah! Ah! You fuck. Ah! Why? Why did the Don't you dare play the fucking whimsical music. You just fucking... Good luck explaining this one. Yeah! Good. Fucking a half second later, Kurisu cracks me over the head with her heavy textbook. Good! Good! Now that you've just blatantly molested her. My vision clears. Lukako is crying. Mayuri is rubbing her back comfortingly. Kurisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe, rightfully so. Daru, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title to this scene, that's what it would be. The top of my head is throbbing. Most likely because Kurisu wiped out 100 million of my precious neurons, envied by scientists the world over. Precious neurons, which didn't really help you in terms of actually figuring out what the fuck was going on right here. When you wouldn't take a fucking hint. I put a moist towel to my head. I could use a good washing. Okay, at least man, that was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Lukako has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed, and she's flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? No. It just counts as the butterfly effect, I guess. Well, I don't really know what to say. It's a shame that we had to literally fucking molest her to find out, but anyway, I'd better apologize to Lukako. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert, me, groped her. I mean, she's a 16-year-old girl now, and she was shy to begin with, and then we just aggressively... I'll need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to me again. I have no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences. Yes, you will. We really did change a lot of the past, didn't we? Kurisu calmly readies her book above her head. This time, he is telling the truth. So we had reason to believe that Lukako was a guy, but we didn't really get off anywhere. One, not taking the hint, and two, just firmly driving home the point and making her cry even further. I leaped to my feet, overcome with excitement. And she clocks him again with the book. I look around, expecting to see awe on their faces, but they only... What? I do as I'm told. We all know what Schrodinger's cat is. Again? Yeah. Kid ass. I refuse. No, that's not cute. Not cute to call them kitty. Dar was absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrodinger's cat. As I have named it.
そのリーディングしたいなって名前バカっぽいからやめろって私も以前言ったはずよね。いかにも和製英語って感じ。漫画の必殺技みたい。
Well, yeah.
文法としては破綻してるし、シュタイナーがシュタインのことなら前半は英語で後半はドイツ語とかむちゃくちゃだ。ちなみにこれはシュタインズゲートだっけ？それにも言える。まだまだ伝部の蒙古藩が取れぬようだな、クリスティーナ。ネーミングは五感がすべて。かの天才レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチにも被験する俺の
Get ready to get clocked again.
文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
She hits me again. I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。すいません。
Luka is still crying, rightfully so. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Kurisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told die pervert if it were coming from Luka. Why the hell is Kurisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Well, you did something pretty fucking despicable. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? No, she just... At least from her perception, you were blatantly molesting a girl. And she has a lick of sense, so she's... I'm shocked she didn't beat the fuck out of you, but... Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brawn Tube workshop door opens, and out comes part-time warrior. Our eyes meet. She's less energetic than usual. Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air. Yeah? But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Well, that's you. Now, that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning. If only. A little cycling? Seriously? She has to be joking. Don't you have a job to do? Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute. I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes. We need to get away from the shop from the lab anyways. Not a mad cyclist. because you have a lot of repentance to do.
その昔アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。だから運動した方がいいよ。
That doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if we went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Sousa sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there, I see people carrying large boxes. Most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. Don't tell me. Do you like Luka-chan? But Okarin? The last time there was a girl you liked, didn't you say something like going out with me will bring you with fortune? So I'll just watch over you from afar? That still bothers me somewhat. The electric town in its purest form has risen from the ashes of the past, and the only one who knows it is me. Suzuha murmurs. Huh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a strange way to put it. I meant it as a joke, but Suzuha looks serious. I hope I didn't screw up again. Suzuha works at the Brawn Tube Workshop from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Wow. I doubt that leaves much time to search. That's not exactly part-time hours. Issues. One chance. Tomorrow? A certain place. Well, this is rather vague. It has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response. Go back home to my time? Parallel priority engagement. What? I agree. The most reliable groper around.
そんな実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
Really?
実験台って
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢。
I've already explained D-mail to Suzette before.
その実験台となってもらおう。
You shall be the subject of our next experiment. I desperately want to get out of this world line where I fucked up horribly and groped a good friend of mine. Suzette takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's in.
簡単なことだ。俺は今 E 名の検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。お前にも過去を変えてもらう。もっともその変えた過去を認識できるのはこの俺だけだからな。非道だと思うなら勝手にするがいい。だがもはや俺のどこかにかかった子羊。そうだ、いいことを思いついた。お前が過去に
Okabe, don't grope Luka-ko. Oh, okay.
いいかよく
Yeah, we're gonna change something serious.
蒸発する前の父親へ公明を送るのだ。娘を置いていくなとな。
Okabe, you don't really know anything about her?
いいやつだね。
I guess it's a nice thought.
なんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
お前
Oh,
俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。分かったならばお前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに封印が解かれた右腕を俺は制御できない。お前の命も保証できんと言っておこう。
ごめん、無理なんだ。
あくまで逆らうのか。
父さんの携帯の番号も知らないから。
ah.
そう。
Oh. Well, that's a letdown.
まあ、だからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。心配してくれてサンキュー。
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしているだけだ。
でもすごいね。メールを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
You get me, Suzuha. It is the first time machine ever. The only one that matters. Fuck Saren.
すごいのは当然だろう。なぜなら俺はおーい今日まだからな。
アップグレードの予定は？
How do we do that?
アップグレード
そのタイムマシンのアップグレード。例えば人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
検討中だ。
We're working on it. Yeah, good luck with that. No good ideas yet, though.
だったらさ、作る前に一つ忠告。マキセクリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
Oh.
そういえばお
You
前
should leave Makise Kurisu out of
その
it.
ことをやけに嫌っていたな。
of these days, won't you tell me what's going on there? With you and Kurisu?
そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
So pedal away, my servant. I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会えても会えなくてもラボに来い。
なんで？
お前の昇進を利用して T メールを使わしてやる。
I am an angry mad
サイエン
scientist.
ティスト。悪逆非道だね。
See, that's why I love you, Suzuha. You get
も
me.
し父さんと会えたなら行くよ。その時はみんなで
My gun
こう
salute.
あげてよね。
She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling without me, leaving me behind.
ちょ、待て！俺も乗せていけ！おい！
Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab. Oh well. Sucks to be you. You deserve
こ
it.
れより作戦名エルドクリームニル
The cauldron used to cook
の
for
概
the...
要について説明する。
Please tell me Operation El Tremere's the plan for getting dinner. Eureka! Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm so nervous. I can't see my own heart like peeking through frosted glass. Wish me luck. Over and out. Good luck. The only lab mems here today are Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukako. Lukako's back, at least. I couldn't get a hold of Ferris or Moeka. They must be busy. Daru, meanwhile, gave me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukako to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me. For now, at least.
お前たちにはこれから宴会用の買い出しに行ってもらう。
Oh, I guess this is a party. I've already explained to the lab mims what Suzuha told me yesterday.
あんたは何するの？
これか？俺はこれからバイト選手を尾行し、状況を逐一報告。
やめなさいよ、悪趣味だな。親子水入らずにさせてやれ。
いちいち突っかかるな、クリスティ。お前は人間の心理というものを理解していない。人というのはそうやって一周されると意地でも自らの意志を通したくなってしまうのだ。
独善的すぎ。
そもそもクリスティーナよ、お前とバイト選手は対立していたはずだ。にもかかわらずそのような気遣いをするとは大した偽善ぶりだな。
あんたの行動が人としてダメすぎるんだろ。
Oh.
そうだよ。邪魔するのはね、良くないと思うな。
Well, I mean, she's right. Even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Lukako hasn't agreed to wear it yet, but Mayuri's enthusiasm remains strong.
それよりも、どんな結果になってもあったかく迎えてあげようよ。そのためにもね、毎週買い出しを張り切っちゃうつもりです。僕、鈴葉さんという人と会ったことないんですけど。
You'll get along. I have a good feeling.
鈴さんはね、とってもいい人だから、ルカちゃんもすぐに仲良くなれるよ。
The only one who won't get along with her is currently scowling at me.
とにかく俺はこれから尾行も。
だからダメだっつってんでしょ。
調子の犯罪で俺に指図をするな。
In the end, I can't get permission to tail Suzuha, so I just go out.
逃げたら承知しないから。
I have my own tail, apparently. Kurisu is forcing me to help her with the shopping. There's no way out. Damn it. Kurisu really is turning into a class president character. At this rate, she might take over the lab. Wait, could this be what Suzuha was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper, Operation Eldrimere. The Last Supper refers to our party for Suzuha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it will be her last supper in Tokyo. However, if she doesn't reunite with her father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect D-mail technology. In that case, it will be the Last Supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight, but it's okay to party every once in a while. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. High risk, high return. That is how a mad scientist operates. I can already taste Suzuha's despair.
あそこにいるのって。
Oh, it's Daru. I follow Kurisa's finger to see Daru emerge from Yodobashi camera.
見つけたぞダル。
Daru? I grab his collar to stop him from escaping.
お前、俺の招集に応じないとはどういうつもりだ。
What is it that you have to do?
だから用事があるって言ってんじゃん。
What might that be?
用事とは
Offline meet.
いや、ちょっと聞いてくれよ。オフ会とラボメンガールズの手作り料理が食べられるパーティー。お前はどちらを選ぶ？
Well, who's the offline meet with? Uh-oh. We may have won him over already. Before Kurisa can answer that, I whispered to Daru.
そう、どうしてバッティングするんだよ。せめて明日にしてくれれば。どうせ決断の時だ。お前自身の選択肢を。
I do want to know about your offline. I thought she was a Rhinehead tournament player, and when did she become a good cook? Daru surrenders all too quickly. You fool! When we return to the lab, Mayuri and Luka are already starting preparations.
あれれ、ダルくんがいるよ。
フェリスタンはいずこに？
芦田、あんた騙されてるわよ。フェリスちゃんは来られないって言ってたけど。
Oh.
マジで？おいオカリン、これはどういうことだよ。ドッキリってレベルじゃねえぞ。次の機会があったら話をつけておいてやる。ふざけんなよ。せっかくのタイムマシンオフ会だったのに。
Time machine meet?
タイムマシンオフ会？何それ？
僕がよく見に行く SF 関係の BBS があるんだよ。そこのオフ会なんだ。
This sounds really suspicious.
プロの作家なんかも来る予定だったのに。僕はオカリンを許さない。絶対にだ。なぜ先にそれを言わないのだ。そんなオフ会があるならば俺も言っていたのに。
Suddenly, I smell something strange.
何か一周がしないか。
一周？
タコ足配線のしすぎで。
すみません。
Oh no. Luka's trying her hardest.